What if the real reason your muscles aren't growing faster isn't your workout, but your recovery? Most people spend all their energy trying to get their workouts right, but they don't think twice about what they do after training. That's a problem because recovery is where the real progress happens. When you train, you break down muscle. That's part of the process. But to build strength and actually improve, your body needs time, fuel, and the right support to repair itself. That's where recovery comes in. And while sleep, food, and hydration do a lot, supplements can help fill the gaps and speed things up. Supplements aren't magic, but they can make a big difference. The right ones help reduce soreness, replace nutrients you lose during exercise, and rebuild muscle faster. Think of them as tools. If you use them well, they make recovery easier and more efficient. Many studies show that supplements designed for post-workout recovery can improve performance, reduce inflammation, and even support your immune system when training gets intense. Post-workout supplements could be the difference between dragging through your next session or coming back stronger. Let's go through the top 5 that are actually worth your time. Supplement 1. Let's start with whey protein. This one gets recommended a lot and for good reason. It's one of the fastest digesting sources of protein, which makes it ideal right after a workout. Whey contains all the amino acids your muscles need to recover and grow. After a workout, your body is especially ready to take in protein. Getting about 20 to 30 grams of whey within 30 minutes of training helps start the muscle rebuilding process. You don't need much more than that unless you're doing long or very intense sessions. If you're already getting a lot of protein from food, you might not need it daily. But for most people, a scoop of whey after training is an easy way to cover that base. Supplement 2. Next up is creatine. It's one of the most researched supplements out there, and it's not just for athletes who lift heavy. Creatine helps your muscles restore energy, especially after short bursts of effort. It also supports strength and can help reduce the time it takes to recover between sessions. It works by helping the body make more ATP, the fuel your cells use for energy. You can take creatine at any time of day, but many people add 5 grams to their post-workout shake. Some people choose to do a loading phase for the first week, taking 20 grams per day split into 4 doses. That speeds up results but isn't essential. What matters most is taking it consistently. Supplement 3. Branched chain amino acids, or BCAAs, are another option that can help with recovery. These include leucine, isoleucine, and valine. They help protect muscles from breaking down and reduce soreness, especially during intense or frequent training. Leucine is especially important because it triggers the process of building new muscle. If you're already getting enough protein in your diet or from whey, you might not need extra BCAAs, but for fasted training or for people with lower protein intake, they can help fill in the gaps. A typical serving is around 5 to 10 grams and usually often taken just before or right after a workout. Supplement 4. Glutamine doesn't get as much attention as some other supplements, but it's worth including. Your body uses it to help repair muscle tissue, but also to support the immune system. After tough workouts, especially if you train several times a week, glutamine levels can drop. That can slow down recovery and even leave you more open to getting sick. Glutamine also helps with gut health, which plays a role in how well your body absorbs nutrients. Taking 5 grams after a workout is common. It mixes easily with water or protein powder and doesn't usually have any flavor. Supplement 5. Electrolytes are easy to forget about, but they're incredibly important for recovery, especially after workouts that make you sweat a lot. When you lose fluids through sweat, you're also losing sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These minerals help keep your muscles working properly. Without enough of them, you might feel weak, get cramps, or recover more slowly. Water on its own won't replace them. That's where electrolyte drinks or tablets come in. Some people use coconut water, but it's lower in sodium, so it might not be enough for longer sessions. Look for options that include all 3 major electrolytes and avoid ones loaded with sugar unless you need the carbs for longer endurance training. Supplement 6. Fish oil, which contains omega-3 fats like EPA and DHA, helps reduce inflammation. That's important because exercise causes small amounts of inflammation as part of the normal repair process, but too much of it can slow things down. Omega-3s can help manage that, reduce soreness, and even improve how well your body uses protein for muscle repair. If you don't eat fatty fish like salmon or mackerel a couple of times a week, you might benefit from a supplement. A good dose is about 1 to 3 grams of combined EPA and DHA. Look for a high-quality product that's tested for purity and freshness, since fish oil can go bad easily. Supplement 7. Turmeric has become popular for a reason. It contains curcumin, which has natural anti-inflammatory properties. That makes it useful for recovery, especially if you're dealing with soreness or stiffness after training. Some studies show that curcumin can reduce muscle damage and support faster recovery. The main challenge with turmeric is that it doesn't absorb well on its own. That's why many supplements include black pepper extract to help your body take in more of it. You can take it with meals, and a common dose is between 500 and 1,000 milligrams per day. It's also possible to use turmeric in cooking, but the dose from food alone is usually lower. Recovery isn't just about supplements though. The basics still matter. Drinking enough water each day helps your body transport nutrients, keep joints healthy, and regulate temperature. That means better training and better recovery. Aim to drink steadily throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Adding a bit of sea salt or an electrolyte tablet to 1 or 2 glasses of water can also help if you've trained hard. Sleep is another part that many people just don't pay enough attention to. Growth hormone, which helps build and repair tissue, is mostly released during deep sleep. Without enough rest, you can't fully recover. Aim for at least 7 hours and try to stick to a regular bedtime. Small habits like turning off screens before bed and keeping your room cool and dark can make a big difference. Your meals matter too. Right after a workout, your body is ready to take in nutrients and use them for recovery. This window isn't as short as some people used to think, but getting food within an hour or so still helps. A mix of protein and carbohydrates works best. Protein repairs muscle, and carbs refill energy stores. Healthy fats and vegetables in your meals help reduce stress and support your immune system. If you're eating 3 balanced meals a day and adding a protein shake after training, you're covering a lot of ground. Not every supplement is necessary for every person. What you need depends on how often you train, how intense your workouts are, and how balanced your diet is. If you're eating well and sleeping enough, you might only need 1 or 2 key supplements. But if your schedule is busy, your training is intense, or your diet has gaps, supplements can give your body the extra support it needs. And don't forget, quality matters. When you're choosing supplements, go for brands that are third-party tested. That means they've been checked for purity and ingredient accuracy. Avoid products with long lists of additives or unnecessary flavors and colors. Stick to basics. Powders, capsules, and liquids all work as long as the dose is right and you take them consistently. I've linked the best supplement provider that I personally use in the description below, so check them out. Recovery isn't something that happens on its own. You have to support it. The supplements in this list won't do the work for you, but they'll make it easier for your body to repair itself so you can come back stronger, faster, and with less soreness. A good workout breaks your muscles down. A good recovery builds them back up. Which of these supplements have you tried before, or are you thinking of trying? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there.